Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in to the 4th episode of the 3rd season of Game of Thrones. And of course the last episode ended in such a savage and vicious way, but we have stayed true to course when it comes to the whole brutality thing, right? So I'm ready to get into this episode. This one is titled, And Now His Watch is Ended. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, and if you want the full length watch along, the link for Patreon is going to be down in the description. For now, let's dive right in. Okay, opening scene. They put it around his neck.
How many of those fingers do you think we could shove up?
Depends if he's had any practice. Is that the sort of thing you and your sister go in for, Kingslayer?
I feel like she feels care. Like, you know, the way she's looking at him. Empathy. She feels empathy, at least. Because at that point, it was them two.
He's going to fall. He's going to fall off his horse. Someone help him.
Could you survive something like that? Like with all the blood loss and then, of course, all the bacteria that he's exposed to? I mean, we saw Khal Drogo die from like, a lot less.
If I die, you won't be kidding.
Oh, enough.
They've treated her better than they've treated him.
Can't say that I've ever seen a man drink horse piss that fast.
Oh. Why am I feeling bad for him? He's still gonna try with one hand. That's some gumption. Oh. I admire that. Why do we feel bad for him? She's gonna go fight for him, and there's no chance they're gonna win against these guys. Okay, guys, that's enough, man. It's like finally he's getting what he deserves, and you're just like, oh man.
Do that again, and I'll take you.
Like, remember, he pushed a kid out of a window, but that was hard. What? And with his hand just laying there. Gee whiz.
Oh, Lord Tyrion, come in, come in. Oh, always in confidence.
Is it, though?
About the events of the Blackwater. Perhaps this is the wrong time.
Oh, no, it's a wonderful time.
Have knowledge of my sister's intention. I didn't inherit Littlefinger's spies along with, which is why I'm coming to you.
Proof. Will there be a trial?
Just for his own knowledge.
Only whispers. Before all this, I was going to tell you the story of how you want to hear it still.
I don't know.
He wants to tell it, though.
It is through the free cities. My master an offer too tempting to refuse. It heard some men used small boys, but what he wanted was far worse. He gave me a potion that made me powerless to move or speak. With a hooked blade, he sliced me, root and stem, and I heard a voice answer his call. I still dream of that night, not of the sorcerer. I dream of the voice from the flames, a conjurer's trick. And ever since that day, hated magic. Why I was eager to aid in your fight.
Oh, that was
Priestess.
a
A
horrible
symbolic
story.
revenge of sorts.
I feel the need for actual revenge. Against the actual person who tried to have me killed will require a
Respect. Oh, but he told that whole, like, really intense, heartfelt, well, not heartfelt, but a traumatic story that he's like, yeah, but I want revenge.
Once I had served the sorcerer's purpose, I resolved to live. Parts of my body remained to me. That the contents of a man's letters, step by step, task after another, I made my way to the small council chamber. Influence grows like a weed. Tended mine patiently. Tendrils reached from the Red Keep away across to the far.
He says, I've got reach.
Managed to wrap them around something special.
sorcerer.
My old friend.
Oh!
It's been a long time.
Yes, get your revenge.
That the revenge you want.
He said,
You have this.
wow. He said I was in it for the long game. I didn't do like a rushed type of revenge type of thing. He said patience. What was another thing he said? He learns a man's letters are more important than his purse. And that's him.
Oh, look, more shit.
He basically said Rome wasn't built in a day.
Our good friend Craster. Moment isn't gonna save you. Craster will serve us up like so many pigs.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to live, we'll have to look out for ourselves.
I think he's right. I think that man will turn them over to the White Walkers as soon as he had the chance. He's already been giving babies over. What do they mean to him?
You woke him.
It's beautiful.
Oh, she's gonna get that baby taken away.
It's beautiful. Does he have a name?
No.
You're going to give him one?
Why?
Oh, this poor girl.
I said to hold it for you until you came back.
What did you do?
I don't want you stupid. I want to save my baby's life. Can you do that?
I don't know if he
I
can.
don't have time. I don't have time.
Because she's in a dire situation, but what can he do? You know, all those scenes of Bran seeing from the wolf's eyes, running through the woods makes so much sense.
You know how.
Oh, the three-eyed raven, that's supposed to be him.
Mother, how many times have I told you? No climbing. Mother, I need no more climbing. Promise me. Promise me. Promise me. Promise me. Promise me. Promise me.
He was about to be this close to the bird.
Is he very large?
No larger than usual, apparently.
He was...
Extraordinary. Most extraordinary.
This boy is talk of the castle.
Talking about the same portrait in Lord Tyrion's service seems a bit simple. What did he do to them?
I don't know, my lord. The girls are usually quite descriptive. He said it was hard to describe.
In the oddest of places, did Littlefinger say about
He was too preoccupied to notice. I'm helping him prepare for his journey.
bring love of the Lady Arryn? Sad, really. Friend lose interest in poor Sansa Stark.
Spoken to her since the last times, but I don't think he's lost interest.
What makes you say so?
His shipboard inventory.
They are just spilling the tea. That's what this is. This is a gossip session.
Former profession.
Of course. I'm missing something.
2 feather beds. Feather beds for the cabin.
Who is important enough to Littlefinger to merit a... Could he be bringing one of his girls?
Didn't know, my lord.
How do you know?
Because I'm one of his girls.
Prodigies in odd places indeed.
Rhaenyra Targaryen was murdered by her brother, or, well, her son watched. Afterwards, buried in the crypts, right?
He's so unlikable. Like every minute he speaks, he's unlikable.
Which seats 700.
There appears to be a good deal of room elsewhere on.
There aren't more than 700 people of
I love Auntie over here.
The rest are there to look adoringly upon. Superior they must be to have the best.
The ashes of Aerion Targaryen, Aerion Bright.
It's like the way he struts, like he thinks he's the absolute best thing in the world.
King, killed by my uncle.
I find all this a bit macabre. Oh no, it's quite all right, Your Grace.
I still
I'd love
like
to see
Lady
their tombs,
Margaery.
really.
I do. I think she's very pleasant, beautiful, and I think she may be playing him a little bit. And I hope she is.
You were married here, Your Grace?
Yes. Your husband, was he buried here as well? Fairly predictable tragedies. Hunting and drinking don't make. My son's a hunter. Been within a mile of a real bat.
He laid siege to Storm's End for the better part of a year.
Table in the command tent. He had no business fighting an actual warrior. Do what we can to keep our sons from the grave. And it slides right off like rain off a wing.
And yet the world belongs to them.
Oh, a ridiculous arrangement.
He was going to have their bodies burned, and the High Septon convinced him otherwise.
Your Grace, I know they did terrible things at the end, but their ancestors built this. Sometimes severity is the price we pay for greatness.
Uh-oh. Remember, girl, stay in line. But he liked it.
Shall we go and see them? They will return it 1,000-fold. 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 You led the defense of King's Landing. 1,000-fold. You led the defense of King's Landing. 1,000-fold. 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 1
Open the doors.
She convinced him. Because, you know, he hides from the citizens. Because they do not dig him. You see how quickly she talked him into that? But they're saying Lady Margaery. They're saying Lady Margaery. Okay. What seeds have you been planting, Margaery? Yeah. Mama didn't like that. But they definitely were saying Joffrey at all. But Margaery could gain him favor amongst them. So it's good news for him.
My sister's men are loyal to her.
Not all those your sister's men.
His father just don't give a dog dang about him.
Thought I was a Stark. I could never be a Stark. Robb Stark always reminded me of that. Didn't have to. All he had to do was be who he was born to be.
Could someone like that ever be a brother to me? My father gave me a choice. I could never be a Stark. It's what I was born to be. I paid the iron price for Winterfell. I murdered those boys. Stark boys. I found them.
Murdered innocent. Well, the Stark boys are innocent too, but just random little boys to save face.
And I let him burn the bodies so I could keep Winterfell.
For like what, a day?
And make my father proud.
Maybe it's not too late.
It is.
So you regret what you did, doesn't
My
it?
real father lost his head at King's Landing. I made a choice, and I chose wrong. And now I've burned everything down.
Not everything, my lord. She's up here.
Yara.
He killed the others.
What? No, I didn't.
What? That was... Dude's looking at him twisted too. What a mind at... What? I did not expect him to take him back. And he's the one who killed all those guys, and he said, yeah, he killed the others. And he led that man to believe 100% that it was a totally different situation.
You have a taste, one taste of the real world, where people have important things. You whine and cry and quit. You sound like a bloody woman.
She's like, yeah, it's bad, but dude, you gotta keep trucking. I kind of love that reality check. She's like, stop booing for yourself, accept it for what it is, and let's move on.
I know what you did for me. You told them
Did you notice that made him
full of
eat?
sapphires. It's called the Sapphire Isle because of the blue of its water. You knew that.
Oh, he lied for her. See, they've become a team. Okay, now I understand a little bit better why there was some empathy felt when he was being so beat down earlier in this episode. Because remember, he did help her out. He did make sure they didn't hurt her.
You wanted to speak to me?
Yes, about Jaime. I wanted to make sure we're doing everything we can to get him back.
When Catelyn Stark took Tyrion prisoner, what did I do in response?
You started a war.
For that lecherous little stump, for my eldest son and heir. Whatever I can.
There's something about watching them pour that, what is it, wax, and pressing that stamp on it, that seal. It's really satisfying.
That she might have the most to contribute to your leg that you love so much more than your actual children.
All right. Contribute.
The Tyrells are a problem.
The Tyrells helped us defeat Stannis Baratheon.
Yeah, from his perspective, for sure, you're talking crazy.
She knows how to manipulate him.
Good. I wish you knew how to manipulate him. I don't distrust you because you're a woman. Not as smart as you think you are. You and everyone else in this city.
Perhaps you should try stopping him from doing what he likes.
I will.
Do you like it, Nana?
She's so worried about her having her claws in him. She sounds like a monster-in-law.
Stamped with roses, I sleep in sheets. Was painted on my chamber pot. Roses are boring, dear. Ha! The dullest words of any house. Is coming. We do not sow. Strong, dire wolves and krakens fear. But a golden rose growing strong, fear in the heart.
She's great. She's really great. I like her.
Run along now. Grow strong.
I'm telling you, like, she commands her space, and, like, you can tell she doesn't back down.
You to King's Landing. The
But
city
she's
has been
eloquent
made
at the same
brighter
time.
by your
Eloquent,
presence.
direct.
The city is made brighter by my... Is that your usual line, Lord Varys? You here to seduce me?
Perhaps.
Oh, no, please. Loose away. It's been so long. No, I rather think it's all for naught. Bumps against the decrepit. Question for the philosophers.
Oh, shoot.
Because I spoke to her once in this guise, came running to... Why shouldn't I take an interest? She's an interesting girl.
Well, forgive me for wasting you. We shared certain hopes for her well-being.
You surrender rather easily.
He can't play those games with her. She's too far ahead.
I choose my allies carefully. Use more carefully still. A babe in the woods.
Ned Stark had many admirers. Executioner came for his...
Nobody.
I can help his daughter.
How?
You're not the only one who has taken an interest in her. Like a lovely match for the right suitor.
About to arrive at the point.
Yeah.
Littlefinger is not long for
Let's
the
get
capital.
there.
When he goes, Sansa Stark goes with him.
That's the extra feather bed.
No wealth, no armies. How long before he has the army? But I know him better than most, is the truth.
Littlefinger's always up to something.
Dangerous men in Westeros. If Robb Stark falls...
And if Littlefinger marries her, he'll have the...
Which seems such a shame.
Oh.
Steal away such a lovely bride.
Advise him you're working so hard to undermine him.
He'd burn if he could be king of the ashes.
As long as he's king.
You are too kind. I have a possible solution.
That is all rather obvious, isn't it?
So that explains his interest in her for sure.
I didn't mean to disturb you. We'd like some privacy, please, if you wouldn't mind waiting back inside the keep. Your names, I'll ask the king to speak with you himself. What did you pray for?
I can't tell you.
Oh my gosh, their hair in the sun.
For an end to the war, for a short winter. And you?
I'm sorry, I just...
My cousin Alana was the most beautiful. When I was 12, I was all elbows and knees, Jimmy. Pigface, she called me. In the halls, she'd oink. So I prayed that she'd catch a horrible... A week after that, she came down with porridge plague.
Oh, wow.
But that's awful. I believed you.
Don't say that. No, you're not.
So, what happened to Alana?
Grew up to be the most beautiful woman and married a handsome castle by the sea. It's all terribly frustrating.
I'm sure she's jealous of you now, and she'll have to come watch and pretend to be...
There really would be no tension between them because she didn't want Joffrey to begin with.
To be friends. Good friends.
That would make me very happy.
You must see Highgarden. We have a great masquerade the night of us. People work on them for months.
I don't think the Queen would let me leave King's Landing.
Once I marry Joffrey, I'll be queen. To marry Loras, your place would be at Highgarden, wouldn't it? We would be sisters, you and I.
Sansa has a couple of different options we're unsure about.
He came to us from... Where did he come from?
Down White Harbour way.
Came to us from White Harbour. He kept his vows. The best he
They're gonna make sure to burn everybody.
fought fiercely. We shall never see his like again.
And now his watch is ended.
His watch has ended.
The title. I don't know why it's fun for me to figure out where the title comes from in each episode.
It wasn't his foot that killed him. That bastard Craster starved him to death.
We can't just show up and steal all his food. The brothers of the Night's Watch, not thieves.
Craster will sit down to a feast of hammer potatoes, starving in the snow.
He's so sick of that man too.
He's a bloody wildling's all he is.
Never knew Bannon could smell so good.
Oh, you know how hungry you have to be to make a comment like that when a body's burning?
You have one son.
It'd be so hard to sit there and know there's food and
And
not
for
be
a
able
moment.
to eat.
I had my 99th. You ever meet a man with 99 sons? And more daughters than I can count. I'll be glad when you and yours are gone. They're as strong as they're gonna get. Then that's dying.
Why don't they just get rid of this man? I was just thinking, like, how much can he fight back?
I'll leave them if you've not the stomach.
He's gotten rid of all the other men. The daughters don't want him alive anyways. Why are we...
Throat, are you gonna cut, old man?
Wait outside.
It's cold outside.
My wives give you bread.
There's sawdust in the bread.
Sawdust, ew.
You go out there and eat the snow.
I'd rather eat what you've got hidden away.
I told you to wait outside.
He's sitting
Why?
there, drinking our wine, eating his fill while we die.
Gotta feed my women!
So you admit you've got a hidden larder then?
Godly man!
You're a stingy bastard!
Stop saying you're a godly man. That's disgusting.
How good you again? And you! And you!
He's one person.
Go sleep in the cold and empty bellies! Let's chop the hands off the next man. You are a bastard. Daughter of wildling.
Yes! Sorry, he's dying, but like... That is a death no one's gonna feel bad about.
By all the laws, or you'll get the same as he did. I shall have your head.
Oh, what? We're just going, aren't we? He turned around and choked him after having a sword go through his body. This is why people can't go hungry. This is chaos. They could have just killed him and ate. Why are we fighting each other? Oh! I can't believe they killed him. I can't believe he killed him. Okay, that was personal, those last few stabs. He's gonna save her. What chance do you guys I mean, it's not gonna be good there either, but what chance do you guys stand out there with a baby? With White Walkers and Winter?
Run fast, piggy! Sleep well!
Oh, because you know he wants to get him.
One of these nights!
Well, that just was a complete and total show.
I do apologize, little lady, but it's better for you if you don't...
What is it?
Blackstrap rum. Not easy finding molasses in wartime.
Add up, son.
Definitely keep out those wolves and lions.
You look like a bunch of swineherds.
They took his hood off and he doesn't even look scared, not one moment.
That was before. You're still swineherds. And carrying a crooked spear makes you a soldier.
Fighting in a war makes you a soldier.
You've seen better days.
And I won't see them again.
You lot aren't fighting in a war, you're running from it.
But here you are 1,000 miles from home.
Untie these ropes and we'll find out.
Yeah, don't untie them ropes. He's lethal.
Ned Stark ordered me to execute your brother.
Stark is dead. My brother's alive. You're fighting for ghosts.
That's what we are. Waiting for you in the dark. No matter whose cloak you wear. You prey in the weak.
You found God. Is that it?
Aye. I've been reborn in the light of the one true God, as would any man who's seen the things we've seen.
Who's their god?
He will get on with it.
You'll die soon enough, but it won't be murder.
And a kinder fate than you deserve. At the Mummer's Ford, girls of 7 years were still on the breast were cut in two while their mothers...
Dump your dead children at some other door.
House Clegane was built upon dead children. I saw them lay Prince Aegon and Princess Rain.
You take me for my brother.
Murder is a crime.
I never touched the Targaryen babes. Never heard them bawling.
He wasn't there, but they're saying you're fighting for... You're like on the side of the people who were at the hand of it.
The butcher's boy. He was 12 years old. You slung him over your horse like he was some deer.
You don't deny killing this boy.
I was Joffrey swore I attacked the prince.
That's a lie. Micah just ran away.
Not my place to
He
question
is
princes.
such a smart... Like, nothing gets to him.
No one here knows the truth of the charge. Only the Lord of Light may do that now.
Lord of Light.
I sentence you to trial by combat.
So, who will it be?
Uh-uh.
By God really loves you, for you, Archer. Or is the little girl the bravest one here?
Aye, she might be.
She might be.
But it's me you'll fight.
Oh, he's such a big man. Oh, thank goodness we're picking up with her. Why'd you give away a dragon? They are getting bigger. No. And you know these dragons have a connection to her too, so like they're emotionally not gonna like that.
Is it done then? Do they belong to me?
Dida.
This is Dan. You hold the whip.
Nikki just keeps calling her out her name. He can barely hold the dragon. Ugh, command them. I love to see her with some authority. She's been speaking the language the whole time. Oh, yes! You've been talking mess the whole time. I'm getting chills. Oh! She said kill all the men with the whips. Y'all, her speaking this language, oh my gosh, it's doing something. Yes! I love her. I love her. She just plotted and was smarter. Turned everything around and watched it burn. Can we rewind? Because she's been down, like, she's been so down and out this whole time. Nothing has been at her hand. Or the things that have been at her hand, she's always got the losing hand. Like, the losing deal. So to see her finally... She would let them go. Oh. She's given them the option. And they've never had that. Oh my. Talk about chills again. Oh, talk about chills again. Because remember, they were taught to do nothing but kill. Like, just be basically killing machines, not really have a free thought in their mind. She gave them the option to leave, and all of them said, we're standing with you. Because of respect. Oh, no more whip. It's so good. It's so good. Like, this is a moment. Oh. I have tears. Not tears because I'm sad, like tears because like that was so good. That whole last minute, but that last few seconds of like her dropping first of all the look in her eyes, because that's a dangerous woman, but her dropping the whip and all of the army just moving with her like that, and the dragons flying in the air. That's just like really good TV. It's just like that moment where you're like, this is perfection. Because the way that episode, this is the happiest I have felt. Why does that make me emotional? This is the happiest that I have felt after a Game of Thrones episode. And I think it makes me emotional because it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. I'm so ready to get into the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, and if you want the full length watch along, the link for Patreon is going to be down in the description. For now, let's go out in this beautiful world. Let's spread light, let's spread love, and if we can, let's make somebody smile. Bye, you guys.